Hi, my name is Haley, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Chinese culture. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live in another country and to have a different value or way of life? Well, today I'm going to tell you what it's like to live in China and have their beliefs and values. A couple of things I'm going to talk to you guys about are Chinese foods, a little bit about what they eat, and what is mostly consists of their diet, and some of their holidays, the main ones that they celebrate, and some of their traditions and cultures that they have. They go way back thousands of years. And the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is how they have a collectivist culture. And collectivism means that you have a family or a group focus. So they believe that everything should be done together. They keep their problems inside of the family. They don't like to let other people know their problems, and they don't believe in doing things independently. The Chinese also don't agree with women being equal to men, and they also believe that your elders are very superior to you. A couple things are the Chinese foods. They have 4 different types. They have the Cantonese cuisine, and the Shandong cuisine, the Sioux cuisine, and the Sichuan cuisine. And the Cantonese is steaming, boiling, and they have stir fry with thick gravy. It's a little bit more mild than the other groups, and they have long summers, so they prefer light foods and seafoods if you get that dish. Another type is the oily, hot, and spicy foods. It has red peppers and garlics and gingers. Another type of food that they have is the Shandong, and it's very strongly flavored, and the ingredients in it are very, very expensive. Some of the things that are in that are shark fin and sea cucumbers. And the last type is the Sioux. It's high in protein, high heat food, so very spicy. And it's a lot of lake food, or lake fish and seafood. And they eat a lot of pine nuts, sweet cakes, crab yellow soup bun, crab yellow steamed dumpling, and ningbo dumpling. And the second thing I'm going to talk about are the Chinese holidays. According to ChinaHighlights.com, they have 7 national holidays, and this is according to the 2015 calendar. The New Year's Day marks the beginning of a new year, and it's according to the Gregorian calendar. They celebrate it one day a year, and that one is celebrated on January 1st. And then the second one is a Chinese New Year, and they also call that the Spring Festival. They celebrate that one 3 days, and it starts on February 18th. The third one is the Queen Ming Festival. It's for commemorating the dead. They also call that one the Tomb Sweeping Day, and they'll go and clean up the tombs, like how it says. That one's celebrated on April 5th, and they only celebrate that one day. The fourth one is May Day, and that's pretty much the same thing as Labor Day, like we have in America. It's celebrated on May 1st, and that one's only celebrated one day also. The 5th one is the Dragon Boat Festival. It's a lot of boat racing, and they eat sticky rice and leaves called zongi. That one's celebrated on June 20th, and one day also. The Mid-Autumn Day is also a family reunion for the Chinese, and a harvest festival. That one's September 27th, and that one's also one day. And then the last one is the National Day. It's October 1st, and that one's only one day also. And then that one's for the founding People's Republic. According to Chinese Traditions and Culture.com, some of the things that they do was the foot binding, which is whenever it goes way back a couple thousand years ago, it was considered very highly. You were considered very highly if you would bind your feet with ropes, something to cut the circulation off of them, and it just made your feet stop growing, and that was considered pure beauty if you had small feet that stopped growing whenever you were a little girl. And that was mainly done by the wealthy families that didn't need to work because they didn't need their feet, obviously. And then that's called lotus feet, is what they also call it. Another thing in the Chinese culture is the Chinese knots. They use this to record events, for ornamental things, and also for gifts. Sometimes if you get married, they will make you a Chinese knot thing. And and then they combine the knots, and each knot means something different. So each knot has a different meaning, so it ends up basically telling a story through the Chinese knots. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about in their cultures and traditions is how they name their babies. 1 month old, they name them something that has to do with milk. And then the boys, the parents will name them something that has to do with good health, prosperity, intelligence, what they want their sons to be. They never call the sons junior or name them after their fathers or an elder or an ancestor, anything like that. The girls are birds, jewels, pretty flowers, and then in the lower classes, they are called first, second, third. Girls aren't valued as much in Chinese culture. Another way is they'll go to a fortune teller and they'll see the child's horoscope through the 5 elements, like metal, wood, and they will tell them what the child's name should be. I believe that it's important to know how culturally diverse that our world is and how diverse of a world that we live in. Chinese foods, some of their holidays, and we talked about how they name their babies are a few things we discussed. And if you ever get the opportunity to go to a new place and explore a different culture, do it, because you never know what you'll find, if you'll like it, and it's cool to know about that kind of stuff. I hope you learned a little bit about how unique and diverse the Chinese culture is. Thank you for watching.